So the first Ignite talk will be given by Willis Onyango, the Executive Director of the Youth Cafe, which is an award-winning youth organization symbolizing youth empowerment in Africa and beyond. He's born and raised in Kenya and is very passionate about youth development, and this was sparked by his experiences growing up in a disadvantaged community that has made it his mission to ensure that young people in similar circumstances have access to the resources that they need to succeed. Welcome, Willis.
Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that 63% of African youth organizations are funded by young people directly themselves? And did you know that over 80% of these organizations live within a budget, an annual budget of only $1,000? This is according to a study we just concluded on 197 youth-led organizations and networks in Africa. The largest so far youth-led study that adopted a youth research methodological approach, done for, done by, and done with the young people. But in the process, we also were confronted by stark information. According to a study by the Global Giving Report, out of nearly $7.9 billion in funds that went to sub-Saharan Africa, only 1.2% reached local national organizations. As to what percentage of this eventually trickled down to youth-led organizations and grassroots organizations, your guess is as good as mine. But we also are inspired by the audacity of young people. Young people, like the sun, are rising beyond these challenges to chart a pathway for a sustainable future. There are many stories to cite. But today, in Tanzania, for example, we were inspired by the work of Agriwezesha organization that together has so far trained 2,500 smallholder farmers on new modern agricultural techniques. In Uganda, for instance, the work of Refugee for Social Transformation stands out. Through their work, we have come to a conclusion that indeed the next beauty queens will be born out of the forgotten camps in refugees. In Kenya, Activate Action has a model, designed a model, not learned in school, but a model called Street Business School, through which they have trained young people on entrepreneurship and by extension, bridged the women entrepreneurship gap by 30%. You see, if this is what young people can do with only limited resources, what is the potential of young people if these initiatives could be catalyzed and scaled up to reach more young people? We found that by now, the far-leading sectors where young people are investing their efforts and resources in are on health, are on climate change, are on education, and on well-being, sports, and culture. There is an African saying that unless the lion tells his story, the story of the hunt will always favor the hunter. Today we also celebrate the initiatives and the capacity of young people who defy all odds to make their communities better for themselves and by extension, generation to come. But every right implies a responsibility. Every responsibility a duty. What are we doing as at the Youth Cafe, the largest so far network of young people coming together to formulate policies, research and advocacy action? We have started the African Youth Foundation. the only foundation that is youth-led, youth-centered, that is going to invest in small athletic grants and capacity building initiatives, business support for youth-led organizations and movements. What are we going to do together? Today I'm inspired by Rosa Parks, an iconic civil rights activist in the United States. You know, Rosa Parks sat so that Martin Luther could walk. Martin Luther walked so that Barack Obama could run. And Barack Obama ran so that young people of today can fly to a place where their sparks can be turned into flames. I believe that the best time to invest in young people was 20 years ago. The second best time, now.